That's fire. But let's get into the concise review.
CTB, you know who it is.
All right, y'all, it's your boy ConcisetheBarber. We're here with another concise review. It is the Klipaz Trimmer. You guys just seen the unboxing, seen everything that came with it. Shout out to Klipaz for sending me this out so I can test it out for y'all and let y'all know if this is a good buy or not. So if you've never been here before, please hit that subscribe button and you'll see all more of my content when I do these unboxings or product reviews, whatever name you want to call it. But anyway, first thing I like to talk about is the price, right? Now, I'm not even mad at Klipaz with this price. If you know anything about Klipaz, they went to one extreme all the way to this extreme, and I appreciate it because this trimmer is only $129. I believe there's a discount code somewhere on the website. You might get it for a little bit cheaper than that. So $129 is the going rate for this thing right now. Not bad. They just came out with this thing. I believe it's their first trimmer. And as you guys see, you turn this bad boy on. It's called the Neo Glide. I'll talk about this more later in the video. But for this, for the price, I'm not mad at it. $130 for this trimmer. Really like that. And it comes with a dock, so I'll talk about that later. But I like the fact that they went with that price range instead of a higher price point. So shout out to Klipaz, they did that right. Now we're gonna talk about power and battery life. Now this is where things get tricky for me, right? So power, 7,200 RPMs. It has a 2-hour runtime with 25 minutes of a charge time. 25 minutes of a charge time. Well, look, y'all, we got time today. I allowed this trimmer to get completely dead, and I have a video for y'all to see how fast it takes for this thing to charge up to full charge. I'll show you that video right now. Now, no, there ain't no gimmick. I'm just being real with you. That's how long it took to charge this thing. So basically less than 20 minutes for a full charge. I thought it was cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely thought that 25, to put that on the box was mad brave. I'm like, are they sure all of them are gonna charge up that quick? But the fact that it was actually under 25 minutes of a charge time, that's crazy. So Klipaz, I don't know what y'all did or how y'all did it, but much respect. Like, I give it to y'all. It's under 25 minutes. That's dope. I don't know what the other companies are gonna do with that. See how they did it, I don't know, whatever. But Klipaz is winning in the charge time game. All right, so now let's get to the packaging. This is what I was talking about when it comes to $129. You get the trimmer, you get a charging dock. I love the fact you get a charging dock. You get a USB-C port, you get the oil brush, and I like the brush that you get with it, and a little screw, right? Now, that's fire. Now here's the thing, I want to talk about this. When it comes to the packaging, you get a screwdriver to adjust this. But if you ever needed to touch this up, these small little screws, it's like those Babyliss small screws. It doesn't come with that tool. It only comes with this tool. I ain't really care for that, but it is what it is, right? But that's what you get in the packaging. Not bad for $130. Like, honestly, it's not that bad at all. The next thing we're gonna do is talk about the design. The design for me is where this kind of did a difference in innovation. lot of creativity here, and I like the fact that they did what they did, right? I'm gonna talk about some stuff y'all probably will notice once you pick them up. So first things first, the design, it is lightweight for one. I do have the white version with the all metal housing. You do have these nice ridges right here. And once you notice, there's gonna be a button in the back. This button is one of the most important things about this trimmer, so make sure you guys are paying attention. The button in the back, it doesn't like stand out, like you can't feel the button, so it just sits flat as you're using it. Not a problem. You got USB-C at the bottom, and also the charging dock doesn't use the USB-C. It uses those small little metal pieces to charge it. So that's probably how they did the 25-minute charge time. I don't know. Anyway, the front part, it's nice and white. You see the two small gray or metallic dots that when you slide up and slide down, it turns on the trimmer and it turns it off. You can slide up to turn on, you can slide up to turn off. Whatever way you want to go, as long as you're connecting those dots, so they say. So I noticed this, right? You don't even have to connect the dots. You can lightly touch it and lightly touch it again to turn it off. But to get used to doing it, you want to connect the dots. Then you'll get a good feel for it. Got the clippers up top. I'm not sure if this is gonna like come off. It might later, whatever, not really sure. Then you have this graphite blade, right? Klipaz blade is not really comparable to any other blades other than the FX3. I noticed that it almost has the same shape, but honestly, this is its own thing, surprisingly, because how you zero gap this is through these blades right here. Now, everybody zero gaps their clippers this way, is that you use the screws on the back, you loosen up the top blade, and you adjust the top blade. The same thing with these Klipaz BT1 trimmers is how you loosen up or zero gap this blade. You do not use the cutting blade, screws, or anything in this area to adjust it. You adjust it with the steel blade, not cutting blade. So I thought that was interesting, right? But nice sleek look, nothing wrong with it. Like the charging stand kind of still looks like the MC1 clipper version and all that. They're keeping everything looking unison, so I like it. Dope job. Now we're gonna talk about the performance, right? So with the performance, and I know I said this thing has 7,200 RPMs. Really, on the box it says 73, but you can really just say either or, not a problem. The performance, I've noticed straight out of the box, these things do cut well. They do cut well, nothing wrong with them. However, I did adjust them. And the only reason why I adjusted them is because I wanted to see how they were gonna respond, being one of those trimmers that is basically zero gap. Are they gonna leave any marks of irritation? Are they gonna cut my clients or anything like that? And I can honestly say they're not. So they're not doing that. And interesting enough, it kind of reminds me of the Saber trimmer, how it cuts. You can hear how it cuts. It cuts clean. It just performs very, very well. It balls out, gives nice sharp lines. Didn't have a problem with this blade at all. And I will have to say, it did not get hot on me. It did not. I know a lot of times, sometimes the brands will say that their blades are getting, their blade says it's cooler now. You know, being a barber for some time, it's like, okay, but how long does it last for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, constantly just being on? These did not get hot. They got a little bit warm, but like it was rare for that to happen. But shout out to them, whatever they did, however they conformed everything to be how it is, cool. I appreciate you. Now, this is an interesting trimmer, y'all. Like there are a few things that I wish they could have done a little bit different. So we're gonna go straight into the observation section, right? So I noticed something that when you turn this on, right? To even get it on, to even get it to a place that you can turn this on, you might get it in the box where this back button is pressed. And when you try to turn it on, it doesn't turn on, right? You see that? So that being said, this is how you know if it's going to turn on. Once you get it out of the box, there's like a little clear piece right here, right after the bottom of the trimmer. Once you press that button, it'll light up blue. Now, it should do the same in the front with the battery indicator. Do y'all see that? The battery indicator should pop on real quick. That's how you know if it's on. Now, this is something I noticed with this. Let me back up. I could be too close. This is something that I noticed. When I am turning this thing on and I'm cutting hair, I found myself sometimes accidentally turning it off. And the main reason why that's going to happen is that when you do turn this thing on, it's so touch sensitive that your fingers, when you're holding it, can accidentally turn it off. So when you have this on, it's best to press the button to lock it, to keep it on. So no matter how many times you move it up and down, it's just gonna stay on. And when you're ready to turn it off, hit the button and swipe up or swipe down to turn it off. Now me, honestly, I have to be honest with you. To me, it's doing a little bit too much work for me to do that. If I want to make sure that I am good throughout the whole haircut, turning this thing on and off. And honestly, I don't want that to be much of a problem. I want a button that I could just turn on and it works, and turn it off when I need it off. I don't want it to accidentally turn on. I don't want to accidentally turn it off. So that being said, I wish they would have did that different. There are some ways I think they could have done different. Maybe that'll be for another video, but let me know what y'all think of that whole part, right? So my concise review, I have to say that this is a good buy. It is a great buy. It is innovative. It is something different. It is unique. It is cost effective. It does give you a good runtime, charge time, RPMs. Nothing wrong with all of that stuff. The blade is nice, doesn't get hot. The only problem is this, it's funny, it's like the thing that really makes this clipper so dope, also the same thing that kind of hurts it at the same time, with this being so touch sensitive to the point that you could be lining up and you can accidentally turn this off. If you're not using that button properly, that definitely can happen to you. But that's my concise review. Is this something that's going to stay on my station? Yes, honestly, this Klipaz trimmer is a great product that is going to stay on my station. It might be something that you like to try out. I don't think 130 is really that much, but it's really up to you. But it could be something that you'd be like, nah, I'm okay. You know, I understand that as well. But to me, I like it. I like innovation, the creativity of it. So I definitely will be using this more and more, and I will have another video later down the road to tell you how I'm liking it at that point. So thank you all for watching this concise review. Like I said earlier in the video, make sure you guys subscribe, and please leave a comment in below. Is this going to be a trimmer for you, or are you going to pass? Let me know. Y'all be blessed. And also, before y'all leave, if you guys want to see some more stuff, man, check out here. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's going to be up here somewhere. I'll see y'all in the next video.
CTB. You know who it is.